Hi there, this is the one-step equation review. One-step equations are the building blocks for all the other equations that you're going to hit in math and science. So it's important to become proficient at the single-step equations so that when you get to multiple-step equations, it's not a big deal. I would challenge you right now, turn off the video, do all the questions, and then turn the video back on and see how well you did. If you don't want to do that, you should be able to find the answer key that's in this package too. All right, so turn off the video. And I'm going to trust that you did that. And let's get started. So essentially with one-step equations, all you're trying to do is get the variable all by itself, and you're going to be using the inverses. So the inverse of addition is subtraction. The inverse of multiplication is division. So using those pairings, yeah, you should be able to do all this. So let's get started. 15 is equal to c plus 5. So what I want to do is get that c by itself. So what's with the c? It says plus 5. So I want to do the opposite. I want to go minus 5 and minus 5 on both sides. And I'm going to get 10 is equal to c. And now I'm distraught because that's my favorite pen and it's dead. All right, looks like it's going to be pencil today. Let's look at this next one. So we want to get the t by itself. So what's with the t? It's minus 10. So the opposite of minus 10 or subtract 10 is add 10 and add 10. And the reason that works is because the plus 10 and the minus 10 cancel each other out. Essentially it goes to 0 and you're left with plain old t. And the rule is whatever you do to one side of the equation, you have to do to the other. So if we add 10 here, we have to add 10 there. Gives us 25. All right, ooh, look at this. We have a lovely multiplication question. Remember that. If you have a number and then the variable right beside each other and there's nothing going on, there's nothing between them, that's multiplying. So the opposite of multiplication is division, and I write it like this. So in this case, 3 divided by 3, it cancels out. It cancels to 1, so it doesn't really disappear. But nobody ever writes 1x, or rarely writes 1x. It's just x is equal to 0. Oh, you'd be surprised how many people write 3 there. No, if you have no money and you divide it among 3 friends, you still have no money. All right, let's do up here. So we got k divided by 0.02 is 16. Well, the inverse of division is multiplication, so I'm going to multiply it by 0.2. Whatever I do here, I have to do there. And I think the answer is 3.2, but I'm not really sure. So 16 times 0.2 and 3.2. Yep. So k 3.2. 16 is equal to 9 plus w. So this plus belongs to that w, but this is an understood, it's a positive 9. So I'm going to subtract 9, 7 is equal to w. And that is probably the best way to write the answer. I know some people they always want to put the letter first. Don't do that. It's just a bad habit to get into. Just follow the equation the way it's written. All right, let's keep going. X plus negative 2 is equal to x plus 5. So I need to get the x alone. So I'm going to subtract 5. I'm going to subtract 5. So negative 2 minus 5 more is minus 7 is equal to x. You should know how to check all of these. I didn't actually put this in the review, so let's just do a check. That's a negative, so let's check it. To check an equation, what you want to do always is go back and rewrite the original. This becomes way more important with multiple step questions. The original pretty much is the question here. And everywhere I see the x, I'm now going to take a negative 7 and put it in there. So negative 2 is equal to negative 7 plus 5. Negative 2, negative 7 plus 5 is minus 2. And there we go. So we know our answer is right. And remember, this number here just has to equal that one. It has nothing to do with that one. They don't have to be the same. All right, 7 plus e is 10, minus 7, e is equal to 10 minus 7 is 3. And you know, for checking one-step equations, you can just go, hey, so if I go 7, if I put the 3 in there, 7 plus 3 is 10, yeah. You don't always have to write it out, but it's a good idea to do it once in a while so that you remember how to do it. All right, 7d equals 28. I just threw this in. Where was the question? Here we had 3x right beside each other, just to remind you that multiplication can also be shown as a set of brackets. Opposite of multiplication is division. So d is equal to 4. All right, this one is a different way of showing division. And I'll probably do this one way, and I see there's another one down here. I'll do it a slightly different way. There's 2 different ways. I use do division questions that are written as a fraction. There's one that's kind of like the correct math one. And then there's one that I just use because honestly, I'm lazy and I can do the same type of question every single time. We'll do this the right way. This is g divided by 5 is 7. Well, the opposite of dividing by 5 is multiplying by 5. So I'm going to put a 5 there and a 5 there. Now on this side, those 2 5s cancel out to 1. That's the point of it. You want to get a 1 there. So 1 times g is just plain old g is equal to 35. And there we go. There's the first half. Let's look at this second half here. 0.3y is equal to 30. So 0.3y is multiplication, so the opposite is 0.3. Divide both sides by that. 30 divided by that, I think it's 90, but I don't know. 30 divided by 0.3, no, maybe it's 100. Aha, it's 100. Okay, oh, here's one. Okay, y over 7 is equal to minus 8. So if I did it like this one, I would just multiply through by 7. I'm going to do it my other way. I'm going to put this over 1 because I am not fond of fractions. And I would just as soon get rid of them as soon as I can. Any whole number, even a decimal, any number, if you need to make it over into a fraction, you can just put a line and put 1 underneath. And this allows me to cross multiply. So 1y, and then I go this way. 7 times minus 8. We get y is equal to 56, and that's going to be minus. It's the same answer I get the other way. The reason I do this is the moment you start to get, say, a number there with the y, this becomes way easier than trying to deal with a number on than multiplying by a reciprocal. Okay, don't want to go there today. So either way is fine. It does not make any difference to me. All right, oh, minus 6 is the easy one. Minus 6, x is equal to 4. 15 is equal to p divided by 8. The opposite of divided by 8 is multiplied by 8. And multiplied by 8. So 15 times 8, nope, don't know. 15 times 8, 120, woohoo, is equal to p. 2a is 15, so divided by 2 is equal to, that'd be like 7.5 or 7.5. Every once in a while, the question, okay, honestly, most of the time, the questions have whole number answers. Every once in a while, you get one that's a decimal, and that's okay. 36 is equal to d times 9. I put that one in there just to sort of say, well, you know, you can put the variable first and then the coefficient behind it. It looks weird, but it's not wrong. So this is still d times 9, divided by 9, divided by 9, 4 is equal to d. All right, 8 is equal to s over 10. Well, we'll just multiply through by 10 because it's S divided by 10, multiply through by 10. So 80 is equal to S. I tend to circle my answers. It makes life easier for, honestly, for your instructor if she's marking this later. He or she. 8R is 4, 5 by 8, 5 by 8. Aha, what did you put? Did you put 2? No, 0.5. That's another one with a star beside it that I will often catch students on. Because you see an 8 and a 4 will the answers to, you don't think. 4 is on top, 4 divided into 8 parts. Each one of those parts is going to be 0.5. And the last one here, times 4 times 4. M is equal to 40. And ta-da, there we go. I hope you did well on that. If any parts of it give you problems, then there are worksheets with corresponding videos that go through these topics one more time for you. Thanks and have a great day.